Hi guys, and welcome to Fix Savers. Today we're looking at petrol lawnmowers, and in this video we're going to be showing you how to replace your lawnmower blade. Let's do it. So because we're going to be leaning the lawnmower backwards to get access to the underneath, these fuel caps tend to have a vapour release in them. So it's a good idea to grab yourself some plastic. Just put some plastic over the top as best as you can. And what that will do is that will help reduce the possibility of the fuel leaking when you lean it backwards. To make life easier for us and ensure we can push this down as far as we can to lift the front of the mower as far as we can, that's a good idea just to fold your handle forwards. Okay, so the position that we need this in to be working on is to get this in this position right here, and that's going to give us the access we need underneath. Now obviously this lawnmower is not going to naturally stay in this position, so what you ideally want, if you can, is to get a second person, because they are quite heavy depending on your engine size, things of that nature. To actually put their foot on this end and just keep that so it's safe for the other person to work under. So if you do have a second person, that's your ideal scenario. Otherwise you're going to have to find something very heavy, but you want to make sure that it's something that won't slip if you start to kind of wobble the lawnmower when you're undoing the components, etc. So make sure that it's solid, ideally with the second person if you've got one to hand. So for the removal of your blade, this is a fairly typical setup. It can vary a little bit manufacturer to manufacturer, but yours should look pretty much identical to this. Now the main thing that's holding this blade in place, you see we've got this little round plate, and bang in the middle of it we have a big bolt. This is the bolt that we need to attack. Just to help us along the way, I've just cleaned it off. I'm just going to put a little bit of penetration fluid. You can use WD-40 or something like that. Sometimes it just helps to ease that off. So just got a couple of minutes just to soak in, and then we'll have a look at cracking this bolt out. So when you're turning this bolt, you'll notice that the whole blade is still free to move. And so you'll turn this bolt, and if it's on quite tight, obviously the whole blade will move. You can counter hold it whilst attacking it, but that's kind of the slightly more dangerous way of doing it. The easier way of doing it is to get yourself a block of scrap wood, to actually use the little mulching cut out on the side of the mower. You just jam a piece of wood in there, just find a position. Like so, yeah, just there. And that's locked in there, it's against the floor. So now when I apply pressure onto the bolt here to remove it, the blade can't move. You should find that your blade is anti-clockwise, so just a standard turn to the left. Okay. So you'll also want to remember which way on your blade went. So this is the downward face of it here. So you've got the blade number on the top of it. So just make a mental note of which side should be facing downward. So to refit your blade, remembering which way it went round, this one's got a round slot on one side and a slightly oval slot on the other side. Offer that up, take our bolt and just get that finger tight, remembering that we'll be wanting to jam a piece of wood in here again to stop that blade turning when we get this nice and tight. Okay, so now we need to look at getting this nice and tight. So we've got our piece of wood jammed in there again. There we go. Get that nice and snug. There we go. So there we have it guys, your blade is now fully reinstalled and good to go. We've also actually sharpened this blade, and we've produced a video on that, so if you need any help with that, we'll add a link for you below. If you want to sharpen your blade before refitting, always a good idea, check that video out. If this has been helpful for you, quick favour in return, please be sure to at least hit that like button for us. It really does help. If you could hit subscribe, it really would be appreciated. Thanks a lot guys, we'll see you again.